Pepper saying, that's funny, right? Did Diamond Tiara said, wrong. And the... Just like that with Diamond Tiara said, wrong. Then Pepper says, this is harder than I thought. Where Pepper says, ooh, I know. Where Pepper says, how about my mustache? Where Pepper says, look at me, Pepper the mustache guy. Oh, yes I do. And the... Just like that when Pepper says, look at me, Pepper the mustache guy. Oh, yes I do. Look at me, walking around the forest with a mustache. Oh, yes I do. Look at me, Pepper the mustache guy. Where Pepper says, hey, guys, Benjamin really thinks it's funny. He thinks it's hilarious. Then Pepper says, hello, Diamond Tiara. I am Pepper the mustache guy. Now, you may laugh. Did Diamond Tiara say, mustaches, not funny. Where Pepper says, butterfly with the mustache, funny? And the... Just like that when Pepper says, butterfly with a mustache, funny? Did Diamond Tiara says, nope. Then Pepper said, you are now Diamond Dazzle Mustache. Funny, right? Did Diamond Tiara say, I don't like facial hair, and I'm keeping this glider. Mine. Then Pepper said, we got to get my glider back, but how? Where Pepper says, ooh, I know. How about Delilah can help us? Where Pepper says, hey, Delilah. Where Delilah says, oh, hi, Paw Squad. Hi, Pepper. What's up? Where Pepper says, hey, Delilah, we need your help. Where Delilah says, what is it? Where Pepper says, well, we're trying to get my glider back, but Diamond Tiara would not let me have it unless I want to make her laugh. Where Pepper says, and I never see her smile before. Where Delilah says, yeah, me too. I never see her smile before. Where Delilah says, what to make her laugh? Where Delilah says, ooh, I know, a knock-knock joke. Where Delilah says, knock-knock. Then Pepper says, who's there? Then Delilah says, Pepper, it's me, Delilah. Where Delilah says, oh, I don't think that's how the joke goes. Where Delilah says, but I know something that makes Diamond Tiara laugh. A book about funny creatures who always makes you laugh. How about something that's funny in the book? Where Delilah says, ooh, I know. How about Mama Monkey? He's funny. Where Pepper says, hey, that's a great idea. Where Pepper says, wait, does Mama Monkey sort of sound? Then Pepper says, yeah, it does. It says in your letter M. Where Pepper says, abracadabra, Mama Monkey. Where Mama Monkey says, hello, everyone. Where Delilah says, told ya he's funny. Where Delilah says, let's go make that Diamond Tiara laugh. Where Diamond Tiara says, what do you do with it? Do you use it as a back scratcher? Where Pepper says, hey, Diamond Tiara. Did Diamond Tiara say, now what? Where Pepper says, I want you to meet our new guest. It's Mama Monkey. Where Pepper says, Mama Monkey, funny, yes? Did Diamond Tiara say, funny? No. Where Pepper says, what to make her laugh? Where Pepper says, I don't think that's gonna work. Where Pepper says, ooh, I know. How about we make Mama Monkey meow? Where Pepper says, Mama Monkey, meow. Where the Paw Squad, Delilah Pepper says, ha 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 ha. The Diamond Tiara says, Mama Monkey, still not funny. Where Pepper says, okay, what else that can make her laugh? Where Pepper says, ooh, I know. How about Mama Monkey get juggle? Where Pepper says, how about we make mops and perfumes and pyramids and markers and even more mops? Where Pepper says, wow. Where Delilah says, told you he's good at juggling. Where Delilah says, this is fun. Where he says, ta-da. And the Diamond Tiara says, blah, stop that. The Diamond Tiara says, I don't like stepping on my head. The Mama Monkey said, I don't like stepping on my head. The Diamond Tiara said, stop that. The Mama Monkey said, stop that. And the Diamond Tiara said, I mean it. The Mumble Monkey said, I made it. The Diamond Tiara said, off of my head. Where Diamond Tiara says, and I'm keeping this book about funny creatures to always make you laugh. Where Diamond Tiara says, mine. Where Delilah says, oh nuts. That was my favorite book about funny creatures that always makes you laugh, but Diamond Tiara had it now. Where Pepper says, don't worry, Delilah. We'll get your book back and my glider back. Where Pepper says, it's just that we had to make Diamond Tiara laugh. But who else can make her laugh? Where Mumble Monkey says, oh, I can't. Then Mumble Monkey says, ta-da, 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 ta-da. Then Pepper says, sorry, not you, Mumble Monkey. Well, nice try. Where Pepper says, wait, I know someone who can help us. Where Pepper says, hey, Twilight. Where Twilight says, hi, Delilah. Hi, Pepper. Hi, Bosgood. Hi, Benjamin. What's up? Where Pepper says, hey, Twilight, we need your help. Where Twilight says, how can I help you? Where Delilah says, well, we're trying to make Diamond Tiara laugh, but should we not get Pepper and my book back? And the book and the glider were stealed by Diamond Tiara, and she won't give them back unless we want to make her laugh. Where Twilight says, oh, that's terrible, and I never see her smile before. Where Twilight says, well, don't worry, I know somebody that'll make her laugh. The Silly Show, along with Mr. Sparkles. Where Twilight says, follow me. Where Pepper says, hey, Diamond Tiara. The Diamond Tiara says, you again? Where Pepper says, yes, so we're gonna show you the Silly Dance Show. Where Pepper says, wait, before we start, we need some music. Where Pepper says, abracadabra music. Where Pepper says, welcome to the Silly Dance Show. They say, did you see that? She smiled. Where Pepper says, Diamond Tiara, you smiled. The Diamond Tiara said, no, I didn't. The Pepper said, yes, you did. That means you're almost laughing. The Diamond Tiara said, never. Where Pepper says, maybe she does think we're hilarious. How about we make something else dance? Where Pepper says, wait, dance? Does it start with Where Pepper says, does move start with the sound? Where Pepper says, yeah, it does. The Pepper says, okay, let's make Mr. Sparkles move again. Where Pepper says, move. Where Pepper says, we need something else to move. Where Pepper says, good idea, Benjamin. Diamond Tiara's chair. Then Pepper says, we need your help. Turn the letters this way. Where Pepper says, got it. Move. The Diamond Tiara says, hey, I'm moving. I don't like moving. The Diamond Tiara says, I'm keeping this too. Mine. The Diamond Tiara says, hey. Where Twilight says, she's got Mr. Sparkles. And then Delilah says, and my book. Then Pepper says, and my glider. The Diamond Tiara says, moving chair, not funny. Then Pepper said, stop, down. Then Pepper said, wait, those words don't start with M. Where Pepper says, whoa, look out, duck. Where Pepper says, after that chair. Where Diamond Tiara says, why am I not stopping? Why am I not stopping? Then Delilah says, slow down. Then Pepper says, come back. Where the Pawn Squad says, yes. And then Benjamin says, aha. Then Benjamin says, yikes. The Diamond Tiara said, almost hit the statue. Why am I not laughing? And then Diamond Tiara said, whoa! Oof! Where Pepper says, Diamond Dazzle Tiara, are you okay? The Diamond Tiara says, no, I'm not okay. Where Diamond Tiara says, I'm cold and I'm wet, and now I have to walk all the way back to my garden. Where Pepper says, then Delilah says, what's so funny, Pepper? Where Pepper says, I like the starfish on her head. Where Delilah says, yes, and I like the twigs that are made out of glasses. Where Pepper says, ooh, I know. How about we could get Diamond Tiara to see herself? But how? Where Pepper says, how about mirror? Where Pepper says, wait, does mirror start with letter M? Where Pepper says, yeah, it does. It says here in the letter M. Where Pepper says, abracadabra, mirror. Where Diamond Tiara says, I do not like walking. Now I have to walk all the way back. Where Diamond Tiara says, huh? Did Diamond Tiara say? Where Pepper says, she started to smile. Where Diamond Tiara says, who is that in the mirror? Where Diamond Tiara says, she has a starfish on its head and twigs that are made out of glasses. Where Diamond Tiara says, where Delilah says, she likes it. Where Diamond Tiara says, hey, that's me. Where Delilah says, yes, it worked. We got her laugh. It worked. It worked. Where Pepper says, yeah, it worked. She's laughing now. Where Diamond Tiara says, hey, you got me laughed. And since you made me laugh, you can have your fangs now. Where Pepper says, yes, we finally got my fangs back. Where Pepper says, we finally got my glider back. Where Delilah says, and my book back. Where Twilight says, and Mr. Sparkles back. Where Pepper says, so, wanna play another game before it gets dark? Where Pepper says, I know, the glider again. Where Manga says, hey, I want that glider. Give it to me.